We're back with some breaking news, some significant breaking news, and it's coming out of Liverpool. You might know what it is. Vinny O'Connor, if you were with us earlier, you will know he's at Liverpool's training ground. Vinny, give us the news.
Andoni Iraola is the new head coach of Liverpool. The club confirmed it a few moments ago, and he's signed a 2-year contract with them. That's in keeping with how he's managed his managerial career so far, signing similar deals at his previous clubs, of course, as well. We understand the change Liverpool made was to evolve the playing style, and they feel that they've identified the best possible candidate to make them more aggressive, more front foot in style as well. They also feel that they've got one of football's hottest properties at the moment in terms of management when you consider the number of clubs that were after him as well this summer already. He's someone whose career that Liverpool have followed closely. Don't forget, they tried to sign him as a player, and they've watched with admiration how his coaching career has developed as well. Don't forget those quotes going back to Jurgen Klopp's days as well, when he voiced his admiration for Iraola and the job that he was doing at Bournemouth at that point. We also understand that while other candidates were considered, Iraola was the only one that Liverpool actually spoke to. I think you can probably hear in the background there's a few Liverpool fans pretty happy at the news as well. And when it came to Iraola's attitude towards Liverpool, Liverpool were his first, second, third, last choice. That's desire that was well received here at Liverpool as well. When it comes to his backroom staff, Liverpool are currently exploring the options as regards that, but it's all done and dusted now. Andoni Iraola is the new Liverpool head coach, the successor to Arne Slot.
So you've just made it clear, Vinny, that he wanted Liverpool. Why did Liverpool want him?
Yeah, there's a few reasons why he stands out, why he was the standout candidate for Liverpool. I can go through them. You look at proven Premier League experience, of course. He's got that during his time at Bournemouth. You look at the job that he's done, the fact that he's taken them into Europe for the first time in Bournemouth's history with that 6th place finish in the Premier League this season. He has an established football identity that you can say fits Liverpool. The personality and leadership qualities to thrive at a club of this profile, that's what Liverpool believe as well. And I mentioned the fact that he'd taken a good Bournemouth team and turned them into one of the best performing and most exciting sides in the Premier League without having necessarily the resources available at the overwhelming majority of their competitors as well. I think this is the crucial bit, though, when it comes to Iraola. His preferred style of play is underpinned by a number of characteristics that are key to Liverpool at this time as well. His teams play with intensity, aggression, purpose as well, front foot football that we spoke about. His approach has some comparisons, I think you could say, to the style which Jurgen Klopp brought to Liverpool, the style to which their fans responded to immediately as well, and brought them such success in this past decade. So again, that's why he's a standout candidate. I think ultimately as well, the strongest case for Iraola is the fact that he represents continuity in many respects as well as evolution, because I say that he's not going to go out and try and reinvent Liverpool. The intensity, pressing energy is something again that the fans certainly relate to, and again is a good fit for this place.
Liverpool have got busy, haven't they? They got on with this pretty quickly. Obviously, he wanted Liverpool, as you've said. Did they feel they had to act quickly in case he got snapped up elsewhere?
I think there was an element of that, Mike, when you consider the fact that he spoke to AC Milan, he spoke to Bayer Leverkusen as well. But at the same time, Liverpool left the decision regarding Arne Slot very late in the day as well. I mean, going back to last week and before Arne Slot was removed from his position, we were still getting briefed that Arne Slot was going to get the opportunity to take Liverpool forward and get the opportunity to make amends, if you like, for this season at the beginning of next. But ultimately, when they looked at the data, they looked at results, and they looked at the fans' reaction, booing performances, booing managerial decisions as well when substituting players, they felt that it was too much of a risk to give him the opportunity to go in to the new season. So that's why they've made a change at this point. And of course, in Iraola, yes, they've seen that widespread interest in him, but they've been able to get this one over the line. And as soon as they made their move, of course, Iraola, well, he felt that he had to come to this place as well.
Yeah, we've been feeling it was going to be Iraola for some time, hasn't it? The mood music has been Iraola. You've touched on the style of play. Is this heavy metal football remixed?
In many respects, it is. It's about the key attribute, the key attitude I think you see from Iraola is the fact that when it comes to his plays, when they haven't got the ball, he wants them pressing high. They want to win the ball high up the pitch as well. And when they do get possession, whatever area of the pitch, it's how quickly you can get that ball forward, how quickly you can trouble the opposition's goal. And he played with such a style as well. At times, one touch in and around midway inside the opposition's half and pulling players out of position, exploiting wide areas as well. And certainly, when you look at what Liverpool want to do in a transfer market this coming summer, they want pace in the wide areas. Whether Arne Slot was going to stay in charge or not, that was something that Liverpool were looking to recruit, particularly with that gap that's been left by Mo Salah's departure as well. And Iraola obviously fits the bill as someone managerially who wants to play with that kind of style. So again, that's when we're talking about what a good fit it is. It is very similar in many respects to what Jurgen Klopp delivered here, and just a little bit more intense perhaps than what Arne Slot was able to deliver, certainly over the past season.
Vinny, you know me, there's always a but. He was at Bournemouth, did a great job. Is this a massive step up?
I'd agree with you, Mike. Of course it is, moving from Bournemouth, and that's no disrespect to Bournemouth whatsoever, to Liverpool Football Club. One of the biggest in the world, and with that comes extra pressure, comes extra scrutiny, and extra games as well. At Bournemouth, he's been able to deliver success where, for the most part, you're playing one game every 7 days or so, whereas here at Liverpool, the expectation is, given the competitions that you're involved in, that you're going to be playing a game every 3-4 days. And when you bring in the kind of intense football that Iraola does, it's how is he going to adjust his training methods to make sure he's able to look after his players, make sure he's able to look after their workloads, their energy levels, etc. as well. And of course, he hasn't got that experience of managing, coaching in European football just yet. But of course, what a massive opportunity it is for him to prove that he can make that step up. And obviously, he's got that working relationship with Richard Hughes. He's shown what he can do in terms of improving players, particularly attacking players as well. And he's worked well with Richard Hughes in terms of the players that they've been able to bring in and develop and subsequently move on as well. When you look at what he was able to achieve at Bournemouth, when you look at the big name players that he lost from that squad as well. So it all fits nicely with the FSG model here at Liverpool, and they're clearly very confident that he can deliver success as well.
Vinny, the fans, we're all a bit surprised to see them turn on Arne Slot. Are they gonna buy Iraola? Are they gonna want Iraola?
I said a few days ago, Mike, that I think Iraola will get them, and I think Liverpool fans will get him as well. Well, certainly the way he intends to play, because again, it goes back to the Jurgen Klopp style. And yet, Jurgen Klopp wasn't able to deliver success immediately. He was able to deliver football that got that crowd behind him, and yes, they missed out on opportunities to bring silverware up until 2019, of course, when he was able to deliver the European Cup, and then the following season, the Premier League title as well. So I think, given the way things have gone here at Liverpool, Iraola is well admired amongst Liverpool fans because of what he's been able to do at Bournemouth. But because there's been that change of manager, the atmosphere, I think, going into the start of next season will be less toxic. There'll be a little less pressure on that managerial position, because if Arne Slot had got off to a disappointing start in the new campaign, then things could have turned toxic pretty quickly. With Iraola, I think he'll get that little bit of benefit of the doubt initially, that little bit of patience as well that can help build momentum ultimately.
What do you think the targets will be for him next season?
With everything, Mike, when it comes to this football club, Liverpool fans and everyone connected with the club expects success. And what is going to define success? Well, I think an improvement in performances, in the style of play, again, because obviously that's been such a bone of contention with Liverpool supporters over a number of weeks now, coming towards the end of the last campaign. But Liverpool need to be competing for titles. They need to be competing for trophies, and they need to be cementing their place at least in the top four of the Premier League and guaranteeing Champions League football qualification for the following campaign as well. So that's where the pressurised situation comes from. But it looks like he's relishing the opportunity, and certainly the way he's speaking. You consider that the teams that I mentioned before that were in for him go back as well. Crystal Palace, of course, we're looking to bring him in, as well as AC Milan and Bayer Leverkusen. Well, sorry to say that the fact that Liverpool have come in from him, it really points to the fact that it was a non-starter for any of those clubs, because clearly he wanted this job.
He did indeed. He's got that job. Will he have money to spend in that job, though, in this transfer window?
Well, that's what we're told, Mike, as well, because this evolution of Liverpool at the moment is not purely with the appointment of a new head coach. It is going to be supplemented by further moves in the summer transfer window, and going back, of course, to the spending that they went through last summer. And even going back to that stage, you know, we talk about Mo Salah having departed. Well, Liverpool were preparing for that eventuality when they revamped their forward line last summer, but it looks like further surgery is needed in that respect, with Mo Salah having gone, of course. Now, Yan Diomande, we know, is a player of interest, and we now know that Liverpool have been in contact with Leipzig to try and get that one done, if you like. There hasn't been any formal offer as such, but certainly Liverpool have registered their interest. They're facing competition as well from elsewhere for his signature for the 19-year-old. But I think what that underlines is, and we know that Liverpool are looking for pace, power in those wide areas, something that Iraola can work with and implement that style of football as well. I think what that indicates is the fact that they've registered that interest in Diomande is that, again, this evolution of Liverpool is not down solely to the appointment of a new head coach. It is going to be supplemented by further moves in the transfer window. And you look at the other areas that Liverpool need to improve as well. Arguably, they need another number 6 to come in as well, take a bit of the workload off Ryan Gravenberch, play 2 6s at times if you want. Certainly that's the way that Iraola likes to play as well. You could argue that they need to bring in more experience at centre half just to supplement the fact that they've got Xhaka coming in as a 21-year-old. It'll be when the Premier League season kicks off. Leone already here, of course, but suffered that ACL injury. Joe Gomez still here, has that experience, but will you get the games out of him necessarily as well? And whether they need to perhaps bring in another centre forward just to back up the fact that Ekitike is still out for a while with that Achilles injury, and we know the injury problems that Alexander Isak has had during his first season at Liverpool. So yeah, we are expecting Liverpool to move, and we do anticipate that they do have the cash to do so as well.